Hello, fellow dragons, and welcome back to Dragons of the Treasure Coast. I am the Dragon DM, and I'm sitting here with Dire Solutions, who's also
Playing core.
playing Core.
Today.
We've got
Danny, I'm playing Alistair.
Jonathan playing Ellerin Mistwood.
And I'm Wells. I'm going to be playing Zook.
all right. I do want to go over a little bit. We've got some new things going on. We've got a new table set up, so if I'm up and down, excuse me, everybody. Just get used to it and deal with it. I'm sorry. It's just, it might be that way.
I think
All
it'll be
right?
fine.
But we're gonna go over a little, just a small recap of what previously happened. All right. So you guys had fled Crestview during the night after it was already invaded and for the most part destroyed. Right? Over that evening, they had been invaded. You guys came in at the end of that and didn't see too much actual fighting besides what you later find out to be the Drake Warden, who was in charge of the area, the invasion, I should say, leading a small group of his men. They didn't seem very intent on staying, as a lot of the village had been destroyed, and it didn't seem to have too many captives other than Larry, which you guys...
He was the only one that we saw when they were...
Which, yeah, he was the only one that you guys saw that night. All right, fast forward a little bit. You guys, flee to the north. Pretty good distance away because you wanted to make a camp for the night, or
Yeah,
for
the cold camp.
remainder of the night, the cold camp. Right. At which point, the three of you ended up getting a full rest, and Zook set an alarm, which was set off by Stinton as he tracked you guys down. There was also the incident after that, after Stinton, I believe. Was that after Stinton or before Stinton?
After Stinton.
Yeah, after Stinton.
Stinton went to sleep next
Yeah.
to Ellerin.
After Stinton went to sleep, you guys had a prisoner with you that convinced Zook to free it. So he did so.
You are a gentleman and a skull. With a death soul.
Upon waking up and discovering that Stinton was there was a bit of information exchanged as to what he knew. There was Furbog and giants that had come from the area of the Fog Fort, and some would hope they saved the day, but you haven't made it back to the village. You've seen it burning from a distance. He didn't seem very hopeful that they saved the day. They told him to run. All right. So yeah, you guys, started checking out what information you knew. You discovered that there was a map that matched up with a discovered lore book, and got a little bit of information there. You, Core, wanted to go to the temple to check on some...
No, to the academy because
the
Master
academy.
Hattori is there.
to check on Hattori and some personal stuff you had going on there.
Right. Oh yeah,
Alright.
yeah. And my prisoner is there, for sure. For sure.
All right. And then we had ended with Ellerin and Zook because they had split. They didn't want to go
Yeah.
with you to the academy. They had went on their own separate way. So, Alistair and Core, you guys have been traveling for a couple hours now, going towards the academy. Pretty much
What is it daytime?
Yeah, it's still daytime.
Okay.
It's still daytime. You guys had separated about noon, give or take. You know, because it took.
Okay, so we're coming into evening.
No,
If we separated
it's
noon's a couple hours, like 4 in the afternoon?
a couple. Because it's early afternoon. I mean, you're not keeping exact, but it's early afternoonish. You guys have been traveling for, like I said, a couple hours. You've made your way through fairly familiar woods, and you, Alistair, know that you're at a point where you're not too far from your cave,
From my humble abode.
from your humble abode, as it were.
Most literally.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Four.
Okay. Core. Do you have survival?
Absolutely.
Thank God one of us does.
I think I'm the only one in the whole group.
You have noticed that the sounds of nature have gotten a little bit quieter. Like there's not as many
Yeah.
birds chirping in the air.
Well, we have been moving silently, generally, right? Well, we're gonna call it stealth. I don't hear any birds or crickets or woodland animals.
Okay.
Oh, speaking. Hold on. After this, we need to talk about your armor. But right now, stealth. I'm not proficient actually.
We're talking about this heavy armor. Oh, no.
Where are you wearing?
Oh, there you go. It's worse.
You guys rolling with
9.
disadvantage. because
Yeah.
you're
I
both.
just did.
All right. And what did you get? You got a 5 and
Total?
you got a
9.
9. So that's what 14. Average is 7. Okay. I mean, you guys. It's.
That's gotta hurt.
I mean, you
Stealth.
when one is stealthing, they're always under the impression that I'm being quiet. But you guys can hear each other. You know what I mean? Like you hear
Sure.
him and he hears you, which kind of makes you realize, shit, I'm being loud too. You know, like you can pick up on each other's being loudness.
Dude, we suck at this.
Yeah.
Stands up, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Might as well just scream.
Do you continue on to the academy then?
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Yeah. If we didn't,
Yeah, there's.
The entire point is going to the academy, so.
All right.
the only thing that happened was that. Oh, okay. Everything went quiet.
Yeah, you've noticed that it's quieter than it had been. That it's noticeably quiet.
Yeah.
Right? Especially that you can hear your clinking armor. It's like that is almost amplified because of the quiet.
Okay, so then we'll just move at regular speed and not, stealth.
Core, we suck at this. Let's keep walking.
All right.
Just gets up and keeps moving normally.
That means we can only get better at it.
Spark.
Yeah.
Just keeps going. Why did I put it on this side?
It's usually from Crestview to the academy about a day's journey, roughly, like morning to afternoon. So call that 10 hours, But where you guys had started was almost halfway from
Crestview to
Crestview
the academy.
So you
Yeah.
you can pretty much see the academy, like the trail goes up, into the hills, right? Out of the woods into the hills, right? And you both really know, but
Yeah.
you especially know
This is familiar ground.
that the trail will rise and then plateau out, and the academy will be just over that rise,
Yeah.
right? As you are coming up to that, to where you're slowly walking and you can start to see
The
bits
top
of
of
the
it.
top of the tower, the watchtower that you've stood at numerous times, right? You can see that the tower is actually the top of it's at an angle, right? And as you
So,
come up over the hill, you can see that part of the bottom of the tower has been, broken in along with the wall, not the gate. The wall has been caved in, right? And which has caused the tower to shift.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna listen to see if I hear any sounds coming from there. Or...
Make a perception check.
20.
You really don't hear anything. You can hear it sounds like maybe a slight scraping from far, but inside the walls. You can't really tell what that is, though.
Is there any burn marks on the wall?
When you start to really come up over that hill and you can see, the flat ground, right? The pathway has always had, like pillared sconces, like a rock pillar with a bowl that they would fill with oil or coals or wood or whatever burnable materials.
Yeah.
And burn it in a big bowl, right? They would have them, there were 6 of them, 2, 2, and 2, set 30 feet apart, right? So you notice that those are knocked over. There's no burn marks on the wall, which is what you were looking for.
Yeah.
You don't see what destroyed that section of the wall, but you do see that the gate has taken damage, but wasn't broken.
Is anybody on the guard tower, or is it completely empty?
And you don't see anybody. You don't see any bodies.
Yeah. There's no bodies on the
You
ground?
don't see bodies. You don't see any body.
Yeah. How about bodies,
Yeah, you see nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. No, you just hear that.
Yeah, scraping in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, what the hell's going on here? There's nobody here.
Right. There's
It's in shambles.
There's no bodies either. We need to go in there and investigate and see if we can find a clue as to what either, what sieged this place, or maybe where Master Hattori and the rest of the academy escaped to. It's a possibility.
Well, I want to know what happened too, so onward.
I pull out my sword. Well, before we go in there, maybe we should talk about your armor. Maybe not putting on so many plates of this full plate and make it medium armor instead of, so big and heavy. Let's bring the weight limit down a little bit on it so you can move.
It is heavier than I'm used to on my regular armor. I'm not
Well, if there's nobody in the academy,
strong enough to hold it.
I'm going to train you how to wear different armor, for fuck's sake.
A little tired on this one. Okay? I'm a little tired faster on this armor.
All right.
Because, I think we could do better.
So you guys are talking.
Yeah.
As you're approaching.
Yeah. But, sword out.
Sword out.
All
Right.
Walking at 20 feet per round. Walking at a slowed rate.
Meandering. You might say.
Struggling, you might say.
Okay. Right as you get, where are you going to? Like
The front.
Yeah, we're going to the front.
The front gate
Yeah,
that
yeah.
has taken damage,
we
or
see-
to the hole. Because remember, the tower is set away from the gate. The tower's here. The gate is over here. Remember from
Yeah,
from
and
your-
it's right, okay. And the tower is crumbling.
yes, and there's a hole here in the wall.
Yeah, obviously don't want to go through that. You know,
Right, so
because
you guys are going to the gate.
yeah,
Okay, just trying to set the scene a little bit.
Obviously. Obviously don't want to go.
I'm not going through the hole of a falling tower. Just take
Where-
one step in. Oh my god!
what does it smell like?
That's what I should have done. Sorry, volume control. It doesn't. It smells like
Boredom in books.
mountainy hills.
Yeah, so there
You
was
know?
no fire here. There was
no,
no
you don't smell fire.
the rotting death.
You
No,
don't-
nothing.
you don't.
It's like a beautiful summer day
Not even from the pillars?
or evening, or you know.
I'm sorry.
No smell of fire even from the pillars? Where they're usually burning stuff?
Well, and the braziers walking up to the.
Nope. They
The
hadn't,
gates?
They hadn't been lit. Obviously, they're broken and fallen over. Put your characters there. At the end of the
Facing towards you.
facing towards.
Facing that way.
Yeah. You made it to the end. The gate is 15 feet in front of you. Right. The tower is at the end to your left, just directly to your left, 30 feet. Yeah. All right. Boom. All right. Actually, no. I'm sorry. 60 feet.
That's a little further.
All right, you're there.
I'm gonna try and open the gate.
All right, as you're moving towards it, you can clearly see that it's barred from the other side. The gate, like I said, has damage that you can tell somebody tried to break through it
Yeah.
and were unable to do so.
Okay. Can I? Does it look like there were signs of battle? Like scuffed up
Make an investigation check.
footmark? Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is rocky ground. You don't see broken blades. You don't see armors.
Okay. Not the greatest.
But you also know that there wouldn't be
8 is what.
enough defenders to fend off an army. So you wouldn't be looking for full-scale battle.
Well, how many people were here? How many people? How just describe the academy before.
All right. Remember, there was Hattori, the other 2 instructors,
Yeah.
and at the most 4 or 5 townsfolk that were being
Trained at a time. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 8.
Yeah. Okay.
You know. So yeah, you don't see. What'd you roll?
8.
8. Yes. You don't, like I said, you don't, it's obvious there's no armor, broken weapons,
Yeah.
but you don't see anything indicative of a battle here. You see the barred gates, obviously,
Interesting.
you know, and something tried to break the gates down.
Yeah. Let's go investigate the hole in the tower.
The door's barred. We can't get in through there. Let's go
Yeah.
to the tower.
All right.
I bring out my sword at this point.
Finally.
Well, some of us struggle walking.
Uncivilized.
Whose fault is that?
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
17.
Okay. So you got them side by side as you walk over there. As you go, gunk, you can see hidden in the rocks a familiar half-orc. And he shot you with an arrow. It does 4 damage. Short bow. Roll initiative.
20.
You rolled a 20.
22.
Ooh, natural.
What'd you roll?
11.
Okay, so 4. The half-orc that you actually captured is kneeling in, like, hidden in the rocks,
Yeah.
you know, and you see him reaching for another arrow.
Yeah. I say, your poisons won't work on me, villain. And then I fucking pull out the fucking the arrow.
Critical there. Take it for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then,
Fail.
you're gonna get busy.
What'd you get with your mouth hanging open? Protein. Protein.
So he's only. Yeah, he's not far away at all. I'm gonna charge right on up to him and attack him twice.
Okay.
Okay.
After I throw the arrow down. I don't even have to get that close. I'm gonna stay. Oh no, I got my sword and board. I'm sword and boarding it.
Sword and board. Board and sword.
Yeah.
Surf.
Surf and sword.
It's huge.
All right, make your attack.
Huge.
13 and 3 is 16 for my first attack, and then using the it's called the War God's Blessing, even though it's not. That's a different thing. 19 plus 3 is 22.
22 hits.
So they both hit?
No, the 16 missed. 22 hits.
Okay.
We.
8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay.
Nasty.
And Alistair, he
Oh,
runs.
he's just firing arrow.
Yeah, you just see him charge forward, and
How far is he from us, the galaxy?
looks like he's about 30 feet roughly.
That's crazy. Wish I could get there.
Don't you have a bow?
Yeah, I do. Trade off for the bow.
Okay.
And, well, I'll make the attack one.
Okay, go ahead.
That is in 11.
An 11 misses. Alright. Core. He tells you, "Oh, so you've come back."
For your head!
No, You'll be sold off quicker than you know. And he takes his shot at you
Jesus, Django.
and misses. Drops back
Wasn't ready for that one.
15 feet. Or 30.
Hold on. There's. Is he against the wall? Is that the?
No,
is that the hole?
that's the hole. He's now inside the compound.
Oh, so he goes in.
Yeah. So we're right there at the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
So
the
he goes
hole,
in.
you know.
Yeah.
Right. And he goes in.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
13.
Okay. You notice that guy come pretty much out of nowhere. He's like creeping forward. And as he comes around that corner, what's your armor class?
18.
18. You hear like he has this may look funny because I'm not left-handed, but he's going like this, and you hear like hissing, and
Yep.
and you just hear hisses, and you get wrapped up in bolos. Make a strength saving throw for me, or a strength check, or whatever you want to call it.
7.
You're proficient in it, or you're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a fighter, so you get to
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
It,
Best I
they
can
wrap up on you, and right now you're grappled.
Ain't this about a bit? Okay, this
Core, you lead the round.
it's not lit.
Lord of War, bring us victory over these heathens. And I bless us. Boom. Light shines from our blades. Or his bow, his fucking armor. Bing. Yeah.
That's a good consensus point.
Now I'm a glow in the dark rotisserie stick.
Who's blessed?
Yeah.
Holy chicken.
Yeah.
I've got
Maybe I
all
should
13
flank.
spices.
And that is my action. I'm not going to take any. Well, you know what? I'm going to fucking take my movement back this way. Keeping my sword on him. As I back up and cast Bless. Bam!
Okay. Okay.
Lord of War.
What do you do, Alistair?
I'm gonna keep trying to break out. I'm break out of this. I'm trying to break out of this.
You'll be praying to him soon enough.
Go ahead.
I'm taller.
Strength
13.
13. You're struggling, right? And you can feel them constricting. And it's literally snakes wrapped around you, right? And the heads actually try to
Hold on,
bite
aren't you blessed?
Oh yeah.
You got another D4, man.
The D4. 14.
Not quite the sound.
You've flexed. They
I didn't have
bulge
all
out,
bosses still rolling off.
right? They bulge out, but then constrict, right? Almost tighter. And like I said, you see like one of the heads peel back like it's gonna try to bite you.
I seem to be quite.
Yes.
Make
Like
a
the pickle.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh wait.
Don't forget your.
Does Bliss also do that?
Yes. Don't forget your D4, Sonny.
24.
Okay. You take 4 damage from the fangs, and it
Yeah.
and you feel like when it bites you, you see liquid spread across your arm, but it like you almost feel like you had tensed your arm, preventing it from going through, like all the way in, or like you just stop that shit.
Core, these are living snakes. Help!
The one time he's
Help!
not calm. Snakes off the table.
Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes?
Nice.
Ugh.
6 of 6 of
Nope.
I had to try.
I mean, good effort. I'll give you that one. It's good effort.
The guy over there, Core,
Mm-hmm.
he
He knows
shoots
what he knew.
again
He
at
did
you.
know that.
What's your armor class?
21.
Holy shamolis. Bulwark.
Crazy hell, my cabbages. Right, I'm laughing at these motherfuckers. Right, I'm having a fit of laughter
Jesus.
now. Huh?
You take 9 piercing damage. Like you're laughing at him, and it shoots, goes into like your right shoulder. It fucking hurts
Yeah.
badly. How many hit points do you have total?
43. And I'm down 13.
And it is your go.
Who shot me? Oh, the only guy's got
the guy with
this
the
guy's.
bow.
Okay, I'm looking. What is he doing? Just backing off?
Yeah, you saw. Well, yes, he's backing away. And that guy also looks familiar to you.
Yeah.
He is the guy that you met a few years ago that was training recently under Hattori.
Yeah.
And when you actually look at you looked over at him, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know.
He says, "I own you. Remember?"
He's struggling with the shit underneath me, right? So I'm just gonna kind of stand over him and guiding bolt the guy with the bow and arrow,
Okay.
right? Yeah. Boom.
Okay. Go ahead.
Bless.
Oh yes, yes.
Every
20.
point.
That
For every
that
single
definitely
point.
hits him.
I just rolled it 4 times.
Does it need some dice?
8 only. No, it's 1d.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
What'd you just roll 4 times? Sorry.
D6.
Okay.
So
Because guiding bolt. Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
You know, and now he's illuminated over there.
Well, you can tell that messed him up. Like it, and he kind of backs off, and he growls, but he's. You don't know exactly what he's doing just yet,
Yeah.
Alistair.
Mama.
Do you make any movements or have any?
No,
bonus
I'm
actions or
standing
anything
over.
like that?
I'm
right.
in.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not really in defensive mode
Because
because
are you on the floor?
No.
No, he's
he's
It
wrapped up.
wrapped me
He's
up,
wrapped
but
up,
I
didn't-
and the
wrapped
thing's.
I didn't fall over.
he
Oh,
has
okay.
not fallen over. No.
Yeah, I got confused when he was saying over him.
Oh, right. Or next to in guard.
In cover.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that going to be hilarious or the worst thing ever? I'm gonna flex and bust out of here.
All right.
Yeah, hit him. Flex and bust out
out.
here. Mm.
12.
Right, the veins are popping out
No
of your
strength, no
neck.
rolls.
Again, it
Lots of
feels like it's
probability. By
just
laws of probability.
getting tighter.
By laws of probability, I'm probably going to stab everything.
All right, he
Masters can't catch break.
Well, you did catch one.
shoots at you one more time.
Dude, you gotta get like hammer faced.
Actually,
I'd have more luck. We know.
you see him dip,
Give me some man.
like pull a little thing off of the side of his belt and dip an arrow in it, and then lines up for a shot on it. That guy. You see him.
I got him. You know, where does he?
Just move him this way and then give him to me.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
He goes out of your sight.
Like into the force cover?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like you lose track of him.
Yeah.
As it were. You know what I mean? He kind of ducks back into the rocks and he's like, I own you.
McGregor walks back at me.
I'm thinking like Homer.
Whose turn is it?
It is Core's turn, top to brown.
Okay, so
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's up? What's up?
I got
It
chewed
tries
on.
to bite you again,
I got chewed on.
but like you kind of see that the snakehead is biting, you know, so you're moving around and it's, you know, now
Not getting
latched on a piece of the armor. You know what I mean? Like, chink, you know. Now it is your turn.
I am going
Use your head a
to.
little bit.
I could move.
You're grappled. You are not restrained.
Give him the help action to try and get his bolas off, you know, or can I try to take him off him?
Yeah, you can try to break them off, take the snakes off of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Nice.
Make a strength check.
An attack or
No,
just
a strength check.
Because we're just trying to.
Because you're just grabbing them and trying to.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
rip
So
them.
no proficiency.
Bless.
Bless. Are you?
I am blessed.
Yeah, but do you have? No. Yeah. Do you have athletics?
I have a strength saving throw.
Bless.
I got
You got bless and you got bless.
I don't have athletics.
Okay.
If you got bless or bless.
So what is it with the bless?
Ooh, that's 11 and 3 is 14.
I lost my roll.
They're-
No,
Yeah, man, everyone.
you cannot.
Damn it!
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on my motherfuckers.
All right, Alistair.
So that's my go.
Everybody. Round robin.
Oh jeez. Oh, that's not fun. I'm all I can do is try to break out again. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, please. God.
16.
16. Okay. You. Like he's like right when he like kind of he's like, oh man, you're like one last shot. And you flex, and it's like as you feel them release, you see them kind of turn to smoke, but you know that you broke them. You know, you feel them rip, and their pieces turn to smoke and fade. Right?
Thanks,
And
Core.
you have-
That helped a lot.
You know, you have marks in your arms from, you know, the
Let's
actual,
get these motherfuckers.
you know. Do you make any movements? Bonus actions, anything like that?
I switched my bow for a sword and a shield,
Okay.
and I go towards the tower.
All right, you make 30 feet movement. 20 feet movement, sorry. Core. the guy that was aiming at
Sorry.
you.
I just wanna
Yeah,
make sure.
that has
Look-
been hit with the
look a
guiding
little
bolt.
far.
He's over there glowing.
Looks a little
Yes.
far.
Yes. Do you have any other things that you want to do?
No, it's a
All right, because you can see the guy is aiming right past you at him.
well done. That's it.
Oh, please.
And like, as he's like, you know, really the way war bows work or any kind of bow, you're not supposed to hold it back, right? You're supposed to just whoosh and release, you know. So he had been holding it back so long, his arm started shaking, and it kind of slips out, chunk, like he pulled it forward too far. It like broke just a little bit, and the arrow drops on his foot, and he looks at you, fuck, and falls over.
More God delivers. You know, how dare you shoot at me? yeah. Victory. Now I'm gonna look. Oh,
Okay. What do you do?
come over here and try to pick up that guy's trail.
Okay. Make
Yeah.
a survival check.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean, you can see where he walked. You pick it up over here. You know, you move your 30 feet, and you pick it up here. You can't make any more movement because you're,
Yeah.
you know, but you found where he was. You're like, okay, there's his, you know, there's his foot, his boot marks for sure.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Fuck. Because he just dropped himself. I turn around and go back to the core.
Okay, you move. You start to move over there.
I tell Alistair, the other one went off in this direction. You know, if they're alive, I'm assuming Master Hitari is not here. Or if he is here, he's not alive.
If Master
And that
Hitori,
guy ran off that way and might know what happened.
if Master Hitori were here, he probably would have shown up by now.
Well, we did only kind of just get here. We just got here.
What's your
You
armor
know,
class
and they
again?
tried to jump us.
Well, now that I have the shield, 20.
20. Okay.
Oh my. You guys are some beefy boys.
Fighters in fucking full plate armor. Well, I'm not in full plate. I have
I was
still heavy armor.
Heavy armor's heavy armor.
You from right there, you see the guy. You hear, but you don't see the bolus,
Yeah.
right? And you see the guy there, right? And he has him again in his hand, and he's swinging them. Only now he's looking at you, and
At
it's
me?
yeah, and it's your turn.
I'm tired of this. This joke's gone on too many times.
Hang on. How far away is it?
I got you.
I'm going to take the dash action.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, that's what I do.
We cackling all the way.
I got all the way.
As he charges.
Cackling away.
Got no choice.
He's cackling.
Got no choice.
And what are you doing there?
Horrifying sight.
As he charges,
I was
is
at-
glowing.
All right, you take your.
Oh yeah, and it's
40
all fiery. You know, don't forget.
Jesus Christ.
All right, you run over
looks
there
crazy.
looking like,
It looks
you know, run over there looking like a fucking
Flaming Psycho.
yeah, flaming
Locomotive.
psycho with
Swordboard. What? Yeah, swordboard.
Your laughing just turns into a fucking turn.
Steam.
While laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sight to behold.
Crazy
train. The Lord of War.
Never mess with the crazy tree.
All aboard.
What's your armor class?
21.
All right. He throws because he was looking at you. He throws them, whoosh, but you don't. You don't really see it. You see him spinning them, and you hear them hissing, and you see a blur, but it doesn't ever even hit your shield.
Yeah.
It just go and disappears, and then it's back in his hand, and he's swinging it. But he moves 30 feet towards that way. And it is now your turn.
I'm going to dash again.
Can't be that close to him
Why not?
because you were.
Dashing?
Okay.
Yeah, I dashed.
Well, you were 15 feet from him.
Wait, is this still the wall? Yeah, so I would, this would be, or no, this is the wall. So yeah.
You were 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You were here, at least, because you were 15 feet from him. He was here on a corner.
Yeah, I was
You were
here.
there.
10, 20,
You were
30.
here. There was 2
40.
spaces in between you. You were here. Because from here, you are 10, 20.
Yeah, 2 spaces
30,
here.
40, 50. You were over there. There was 2 spaces in between. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
60.
Right at the edge of the wall. I just want to make sure.
No problem.
All right, and you dash. What do you do, Alistair? You're trying to dash in front?
About 40.
Turn him to face you? Cool.
Yeah.
He pulls out a dagger and goes to slice you.
No more snake oil?
Oof. Oof. And stabs the blade
like a good day
into
today.
the wall. Like into the wall. And it's in the wall. Like he has to let it go.
Open a door, silly.
Because it's in the wall. And it also has a snake motif, you notice.
Yeah.
But he doesn't make any movements.
Someone tells me this guy's like snakes.
I have a weird inclination.
Does he?
Well, yeah, I captured these guys once already. Well, I captured that one guy, the one that's dead.
Yeah, that guy made a real Miss Snake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like these are only going to get worse.
Most definitely.
Save uncontrollably.
So it's my turn, I believe. Lead the round.
Yeah.
Haha.
Because he tried to stab me and missed. And then, so I'm gonna do the good old choppy chop.
Over rice?
This is
You
12.
made him now?
So a little out of cannibalism.
Much better. This is the 19. 12 and a 19.
Okay.
My 2
Awesome.
attacks.
The 19 hit.
For 6 damage.
Okay, and this is the first time he's been hit. Alright, and it is Alistair's turn.
Alright. 15. Fuck you.
Okay, make your attack.
Just for the snakes. 8.
Yeah, no, that misses. That definitely
Did you really
misses.
bless Cam?
It was a secondary blessing.
So I'm trying to think of something witty to say. but he says something witty as he attacks you, Core.
Insert witty
you know,
joke.
I can't think of anything like, haha, I'm gonna kill you still. Me.
Yeah.
You know?
Some back and forth
Seems
banter.
like-
Yeah.
Seems like snake the way.
Now we
for
have some
that.
back and forth.
And he misses, you know. Pulling out
I don't know
another.
how to respond to that. That's me though. Is it my turn? Because he attacked me and missed?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
God.
fucking crit his
Finally.
fuck ass. Well, first hit.
Finally.
Core. 18 total with the crit.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
Is he still up? Because I got another attack coming if he is.
Well, you said with the first hit, so I was just waiting.
Okay. Well, does he go down? He's still there?
Well, you said with the first hit, so I was just waiting.
Okay, well, I'm going to pause before I take my next attack and see if he goes down from that crit.
If he decides to fall down,
No, if he does fall down.
that does not kill him. No,
Okay.
that does not kill him.
Yeah. Maybe that one does! Oh! No way! Look at that! Hold on, get the motherfucking camera. Oh! When does that ever happen? Wow! Wow! Maximum damage! The Lord of Forgiveness! And the Lord will take his life away.
Yeah, that's what
22, 18, then 22. That's all I got. That's my.
How do you respond to this?
That's my turn.
That was beautiful.
So what do you say, or how do you do it?
I just stand over his corpse.
Anything heavy?
You know? The fucking my blood's up.
No screaming Lord of War or anything like that, or anything?
No, you heard me already.
Typical?
He definitely heard you. You know?
The whole forest heard you.
The laugh shall echo through the forest. The laugh shall echo through the forest for
Okay.
eons.
Yeah. You know, his destroyed, mutilated
Let me.
corpse lies at your feet.
I take his bolas. I was like, oh, you want these? You got the dexterity
Mostly is
to throw them.
mostly chopped in half. Yeah. And you start searching his body because you want to take his bolas and whatever else he may have.
Well, absolutely.
Take your shoes.
Okie dokie.
Take your shoes.
Well, you
Before
know.
the man's even hit the floor. This top half is still falling,
Yeah,
man.
which part of the man?
Part of the man.
I get the lower, you get the upper.
No, we grab
Take
his
his J's.
bolas on the move. You know, I'm not gonna like sit there and search his body and like take his armor off and all of that shit. You know, grabbing his bolas, handing them to him, and moving out towards the hole in the wall
Okay.
to investigate. I'm headed towards once I get
Freaking
through there.
hurts.
You know, I look down at the dude. You know, spit on him. So walk
Okay.
through. You know, fucking bastard. You know, I defeated you twice. You know, right? And then going. I'm headed right for
Really? Did
Pretorius
he defeat
quarters.
himself?
Huh?
I said, did you really defeat him? It feels like he defeated himself.
This feels self-defeat.
Yeah, no. I feel yeah, we. We? Yeah. Do you speak French on this?
Okay. You guys
Dwarvish?
move in, you spit on dude, and start to go to Hattori's quarters.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright? We'll get back to you guys
Looking
in
for
just
clues.
a few minutes. Alright? Now you two
Back to
had
us.
been
Having a bad
I
day.
need a cigarette.
having a really bad day. You had become the hunted of an ogre, leading a pack of dire wolves.
Morty.
That he's pretty, from what you can tell he's told you to run because it's funner that way. And you guys are on the move. Stinton is pretty mangled.
Yeah. Oh, alive.
I believe you've suffered some damage.
Oh, I'm super messed up.
All right, and Zook
In fact,
is.
I'm not on the move anymore. You know, we had
Whoa.
left off right at the end, and I want to stay put right here. I scared the shit out of that guy. He ain't coming back. Let's rest.
For how long?
I don't know. I'm tired. Feel messed up. Can't cast spells. It's not a good day to travel.
Is
I
this a capable spot?
says I don't know. I just feel like I'm dying right now.
Right. You want to move while you're...
I don't want to do anything right
So
now.
we should lay rest.
It's just, please don't ask me to make a camp. Though.
No.
Okay.
You're off the hook
He
tonight.
sends a beat.
Can I find, I was like, can I find campable ground?
Make a survival check for me.
Survival?
Are we in a clearing?
Again, like,
No,
particularly?
not really like a clearing. It's just not thick woods so much as there's still underbrush.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's not enough space to lay out a tent and stuff like that.
Is this where you fought the wolves? Did you guys kill any of those wolves? I don't quite
Mm-mm.
remember that fight.
Mm-mm.
Everybody got away.
Yep.
They ran. Like
Yeah,
the
from your fear.
coward he was. No, he just ran.
And then
I didn't scare him. He just ran.
You're right.
Like, I didn't
Whoa.
manage to...
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
Survival?
Yeah, roll
Tail
survival.
stuck between their legs.
17.
All right. You have to leave them to find it. You know, and you tell them, hey, I gotta
Yeah.
leave to
I'm going to say, Racket, stay with them, protect them.
all
I'm
right.
going to go find a spot for camp.
To find a spot for camp.
This doesn't seem adequate.
All right. Certainly within a quarter mile, you find a pretty well secluded. I mean, it's all fairly secluded, but you have been crossing hunting trails because you are in the northern part of Crestview where there's a lot of hunters. But you do find something that's kind of it's almost like a big tree that has fallen over that has a little bit underneath of it that it's almost a cave, but it's not a cave. It's a fucking fallen over tree that's probably 20 feet around and fallen
That has
over.
like a-
Yeah, a big rock, you know what I
Okay.
mean? So there's like a crevice under there, you know, and you feel it's a pretty secure area.
Alright. I'll immediately head back.
All
Quick as I can.
right. You head back, you find them pretty much no problem,
Okay.
you know.
So I believe there's a little area that we can hide better while we take a rest.
Hide?
Yes.
I was thinking open flame.
I don't think that is the best of ideas.
If Stenton goes cold in the night, he dies.
I have more blankets for him to use.
Do you?
I have
Oh,
much. I can keep him warm.
he set some on fire.
He might not be comfortable, and he might be grossed out, but he'll be warm.
Jesus.
Do you want to elaborate, Zoo?
And I'm gonna like look at as he says that, I'm gonna slowly turn to Racket, and I'm gonna look at the wrapped up 5-foot cube of dragon leather. He will be grossed out, and I don't know how he's going to be afterwards, but he won't be cold.
He's gonna use the dragon like a tauntaun.
Correct.
Okay. But if he gets cold, I'm lighting a fire.
Fair enough.
Pre-cured leather.
Be aware.
It's moist.
I can only hide so much. I'm not particularly good at hunting.
I'm just going to point this out. If it wasn't for Stenton being almost dead, I just would want to hide. I don't want to hide. But Stenton's messed up. So, in that case, if he gets cold, I'm lighting a fire. That's all I'm saying. If he gets cold, I'm lighting a fire. But I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right, it's not very far. it's a little bit of an arduous trek because you're pretty fucked up, and Stinton is moving a little bit slower, even though you have the support of Racket and Melancholy. It takes a little bit to get that quarter-mile distance, but you make it there fairly easily as far as it goes. It's tough, but it's not strenuous to where you have to make any checks or anything like that. As you get closer, you feel like it's just a great location. Like you're like, it couldn't be better. You even feel like fire might not be such a bad thing. It's the way the tree is, and you like look and you're like, it looks deep enough that you could probably light a fire in there without it being seen from the outside.
All right. Well, so wish for a fire.
Is Stenton shivering? Like, is he like...
It's starting to get a little cold, so I don't know if it's...
The moment I see him shivering, I start looking for timber.
I mean, you guys, there's fallen, deadfall, pretty much all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Stenton, look at Zook, look at Stenton, look at Zook, and start picking up wood.
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
It was a 19.
All right. I mean, it's like every bit of wood you find, it just happens to be the perfect length.
Must be my lucky day.
The perfect width from kindling on up to logs. Like you have not only built a fire before lighting it, but you've got a nice stack here.
Perfect.
You're like, nice. And you kind of look up and you look around, and dude over there is like, good job.
Dude over there being...
The guy that you see sitting kind of further back in the cave.
Oh.
He's a human.
Hi.
Roughly 3 feet
there.
from
Are you
the
real? Or...
You hear him talking to himself.
I was in the middle of preparing an alarm, and I'm gonna.
Hello.
Seeing illusions again?
I ignore him. Hello, friend.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What the fuck is he seeing?
Yes.
Oh,
And then kind of turns
Nope.
and goes deeper into the cave. You don't see
I'm
anything.
walking
You were stirring.
Well, I was tying up
And-
alarms, and then when I hear him that he's talking somewhere, for fuck's sake, what now? And I turn around to begin to start walking.
Okay.
I lost.
I
my,
leave Racket with Stenton
Okay.
at all times.
I lost my Zook. It's fine. I lost my that thing. I run. I start running the other way
Into the
into the cave.
Okay.
The moment he turns around, I start running.
All right.
I lost that. Let's start running away.
How deep is this cave?
You
I thought it was the tree.
like when he remember it was a 20-foot tree.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that would give you at least this much depth.
Yeah.
At least. He starts running
Yeah.
deeper and deeper into the crevice, the cave.
Once I can't see anything, I'll snap my fingers and dance lights.
Stenton, there's a bag on Racket. Racket protects Stenton. I'm chasing after him.
Okay. He's about 30 feet ahead of you.
I'm slower.
And you see his dancing lights pop up. Right?
I'll have him converge into a humanoid that looks exactly like me running ahead of me.
Okay. When the lights come up, it's like it's like there's so many branches and so many bushes and things growing that you're in almost a natural cave, right? But it smells like cinnamon. But it's actually called allspice. Have you ever smelled allspice? You start to smell allspice. And,
Are we near pines?
The forest is piney,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And you know, you're like running, and it smells
Mm.
fucking great. And as a matter of fact, and as it gets deeper, it kind of starts to warm up a little bit, and you can see that there's a light at the end of the darkness. You know, and you can see this too as you're
Running up
running up behind it.
Okay. I
Why
will.
does everyone make me run?
My my dancing light apparition of the humanoid form will kind of like take a runner's pose as he's running. You kind of get low to the ground, and then turn into four lights and shoot out forward 60 feet.
Okay. It does that, and at the very end, it would be coming out of the darkness into. I mean, it's so bright.
The light that I see.
Yeah, it's so bright that it's like you can't see beyond it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Do you wait for Zoo?
No.
You're because I
Alan's
mean,
running.
with you running full out, you kind of outpace him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know.
How long have I been running for? Like how many feet, give or take?
You probably run for a solid minute.
Oh, wow.
You know, so it's probably 1,000 feet. You figure that you've run. You know, you feel like you've run a long fucking ways down this.
Yeah, down to winding, kind of.
Mhm.
Okay. No, I don't wait. You know, the plan was to run, so I'm running.
All right. Remember, it's been getting warmer.
Yeah.
You know, and you feel 100% comfortable. You don't feel fear. Your sense of sanity, you feel like you are crystal clear. Like I am level. You know, like you feel like you've never felt before. Right? You feel
You're going insane.
Probably. I was gonna say.
no, like every burst of idea that you've had could work with this model. Like you've got so many ideas running through your head as you're chasing him. They may be at the back of your head, but you just feel almost inspired. You know, but it feels good. It feels right. Like, where's Crazy going? I don't know, but I'm chasing him down. This is crazy, and it doesn't feel wrong at all.
I'd almost say it feels like an illusion.
Ellerin, you burst out into the light, and you see what would be a half dome of rock, fairly tall, maybe 150 feet. Right, it goes over. Right, and as you run and you stop within the light and you kind of look around, it totally goes over, and you look behind you, and that's a tunnel. That is a cave. That is not forest. And when you kind of look back that way, you can see that at the far end of the dome, in the very back there's a light source, and it's fairly bright, but there's also a fog or a haze coming from it as well, and the ground is fairly rocky, but not bouldery rocky, kind of broken, jagged ground, rough terrain. No stalactites or anything like
Down
that. But down.
Okay.
You know, not a hard angle down. Maybe another 200 feet or so.
While he's catching up, I am going to cast my illusion, making my voice a little bit louder, and down this tunnel now that I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to bellow as loud as possible with the spell. I know you're real, and have it bounce down the cave.
All right. You even hear it echo back. And you hear
I
it.
believe you now.
It's loud. I know you're real. right? And it's very loud, but as it goes, it seems to distort and almost sounds like the echo back is coming from underwater.
Like
And-
muffled almost.
Almost. But watery. Like, literally sounds like it's watery. And it echoes back, I know you're real, in a different voice. And it feels...
I'm gonna turn to Zook for confirmation as I see him panting behind me.
Yeah, you see him running up,
What the hell is happening?
and you don't hear the echo back any different than his voice.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yourself?
No.
I heard you.
I heard me when I spoke.
And I heard you when you spoke. I heard
didn't
nothing
hear.
else.
No, it replied.
It replied. I replied.
Did
Do I
my
hear
voice
that?
say I replied? Is it for
You
him?
hear that.
So I go from
And it
pretty
comes
much like
from the
what are you-
far... I told you.
No, that one was real.
Everything is real.
With you, it's about 50-50. Who's there?
Does his voice echo?
You hear it's an alien sounding mash of consonants and vowels that doesn't sound like words, but it comes back.
The bird.
Does anybody speak far speech?
Oh! No.
I am going to use my last spell to
Oh.
cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
I now understand all languages.
Okay. You cast a spell. Do you say anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep calling out. Speak, for now I'll understand.
Understand. Do you understand what's there? What's here? Everywhere.
I understand you.
The far beyond calls and echoes. Many waves travel. Seek these waves, am I. Vessels I need.
I've heard of a rift into our world. I will find it.
Rifts not. Portals, wells, energy sources, food, fuel, knowledge, all chaos near.
Don't freak out.
And nothing ever good started with you saying that. I heard a lot of gibberish, and you respond.
So for the first time ever, I'll admit I'm a little crazy. But I think this is a god. I know. And we studied together. I know they've been gone or dormant. But something's just not right about this place.
Right. And as he says that, you kind of like feel the comforting feeling, the warmth fade fairly quick. And it feels like the walls are closing in and expanding at the same time. Right? Going forward and back. It's getting brighter and darker. And like kind of as you like almost feel like you'd have to make a check of some kind, you know, it settles to a less degree, and that object, that shape, that thing that was far away is a bit closer, and you are now starting to feel the mist that was around it touch your skin as it gets closer.
Is it like cold to the touch?
A little bit. Clammy almost. Like wet, cold, but not leaving a residue.
I see you, and I do not fear you, for I respect you. What is your name?
The lurker.
Do I know of any? Have I heard of a lurker before?
Make a history check.
Curiously, do I know, if any, what kind of magical effect there is happening to us in this area? Oh, nice.
25.
This was cute.
Can you see its magical effects?
I can. I can't sense magical effects, but in terms of seeing what's happening, try to connect that with any information that I would have about magic.
You can make an Arcana check.
That's what I was looking for.
You read that the lurker is an entity from like the far reaches of what would be considered any outer planes. There's not much information on it other than it wants knowledge and always is attracted to spots of chaos to seek answers to that chaos. There's cults that devote themselves to it. A lot of it is chaos oriented.
I know of you. You need vessels, being of chaos.
Vessels I need. Supplicants.
What does he mean by vessels?
Release yourself to me.
I release myself. I was about to do it.
I didn't even get
I almost in unison say I release myself as he speaks, because that's. Well, I almost, as he's saying it, I kind of
make a
drop to my knees.
Wisdom saving throw.
Would this count as a magical effect?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
And your Arcana check reveals that this place is extreme. What did you roll?
23.
Yeah, extremely magical.
Oh, I figured. That or better. 17.
Okay. You. So.
This is.
He steps forward and is like, I release myself
I'll
to
drop to
you."
my knees.
Dropping to his knees.
Alright.
And, like, out of the mist, right? It like envelops him. And you don't see
I am chaos.
anything as you feel like everything is flying that way. And you are standing there, but you are flying backwards down that tunnel, through and into the cave. And you're sitting right where you were before you got up to go
Follow him.
Follow. And you look up, and Stinton's like, Can you make a fire, sir? It's awfully cold in here all of a sudden. And you feel like it's fucking freezing in there. You drop to your knees, right? The mist clears. And you see like heart, right? But it's crystal, and inside there's a red liquid, and it's pumping through this heart. And each valve of the heart, the four valves, right, go out and extend into like thousands more veins, and they go high, and it forms a big heart-shaped tentacle mass around this beating heart. Right, and as it's beating, it starts pumping that liquid through those tentacles, right, and they creep across the ground, and they wrap around your legs, and you feel warm, you feel cold, you feel electrical, like staticky.
You're standing up.
Yeah, a little bit, more like the arms,
The heart is crystalline.
Yeah.
What are the veins?
Like tubes.
They're like flesh.
Fleshy.
They're fleshy, okay. Fleshy.
And then they turn
Okay.
into tentacles, right? Kind of spans into tentacles.
Yeah,
They
but
beat into-
they're clearly veins.
Okay.
They're
Right.
acting like tentacles, but it's clearly a vein.
Veins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And it starts to enter into your skin. Make a Constitution check for me.
Oh, I was like, no, I won't make a save because I'm not fighting it.
Come
check.
enter
Mhm.
me.
14.
Okay.
I'm not fighting it.
Yeah, the pain is so intense, right, that you weren't trying to fight anything. This was just to see
Endure.
if you endure, and you do not. You pass out. Out. But as you're going, you see that red liquid being pumped through and going into you, and you feel lots of pain as you pass out. So you guys,
Back to some normalcy.
you're heading towards
Satori's
Tori's quarters. Basically, it's set up like
You weren't saying.
there's the surrounding wall, right? There's one building that is built into the wall, and that wall is also built into the hill behind the fort, right? You know that through that building you can get into that hill, right?
Yeah.
And that's like where the barracks are. It's not even a barracks, it's like a small room where like it can hold maybe 20 dudes. You know, there's a couple sleeping pallets, but there's not like bunk beds and shit like that set up.
Okay.
You
But
can-
there's like 20 pallets?
yeah.
Okay.
And
And only like 4 or 5 people here at a time?
yeah, typically.
Do they each master have a room?
Yes, each master does have their own room. Now, as you're approaching this building, you can see that the door is slightly ajar, and it looks like it was also forced open.
Yeah, I walk right through that door.
All right, open it up.
Yeah.
All right, when you open it, you see Aridaeus, the dude that kept watch with you the night.
Yeah, the other trainer. Yeah.
You see him on the ground. He's got, it looks like dots on his arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he dead or alive?
He's dead as fuck.
Dead. Okay.
You know,
His corpse is there. Yeah.
His corpse. It's all swollen. You know, his arm's all swollen. You know, he's
Was he part of the champions group too?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, man,
Yeah.
they're all dead.
Well, shit.
And it looks like he had died fighting. Besides those couple holes, you know, he's got.
So there's signs of battle in
You know,
here.
Yes. Now you start to see that it looks like there's no other bodies, just him kind of up against the wall here, and then that door goes into the next room.
Yeah.
This is like a little, like just the first room that you enter. You know, there's a couple chairs set up. There's a window that sees out into the courtyard. You know, usually people would, you know, go there to beat the heat, or if it rained. You know, that was just like your first, I guess, like a coat room, so to speak. You know, but you know, in old ruins, so it's bricks and dirt floor.
Yeah.
You know, nothing spectacular. Continuing in, you see other trainer. I'm so sorry. I don't remember the other trainer's name.
I don't. We didn't talk about it because I don't have it written either.
Okay. Well, he's also dead. You can see though, all of his wounds are in his back, as if he had died
Like running away or being chased or something.
being chased. Right. This is, you know, that there's, after this room, there's the Tori's room is built right into there. Erideos' room is built right into there, and this guy's room is at the end of the hall, or at the end of the barracks room, right there. So you've got a square barracks room, go with 3 doors. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Right. There's no long hallways. There's, you know, it's basically that.
Yeah.
You know, and he is, looks like maybe halfway in between his door and the other guy's door. Maybe he was heading to his room, that general direction. You know.
Yeah. Let's do a search of the room.
Is that your room?
Make
Oh, where is this going?
make a check.
What check?
A investigation check or a perception check, whichever you're proficient at.
I'm gonna perceive.
Perceive.
It's fine.
I got 18.
18. Okay.
Looking for traps around the doors and stuff. Oh man, I realized that I have advantage on perception checks, which didn't do me any good in this case. So 11.
Okay. You're looking for. You said traps around the door, so you kind of started
Yeah.
there. You know, you started checking out these doors. You know, the doorway that you entered. You were more interested in the direction he was going, so you go to the end of the hall and you start looking at the wall, and you realize that there is a part that's freshly moved. Right, you can find the line, right, and you can see a slight scraping on the floor where it looks like it comes out and then slides over, but you didn't find a catch or a release.
Core, can you come over here, please?
I come over and
I show him the door. Core, you see do you see those scratch marks on the floor?
I do.
I think this is, I don't know, a door or something. That it moves.
A switch
Can
or
you help
something.
me?
I think we should look for a switch or something. If there's signs that it moves, there should be a lever, so let's check those other rooms out first. If there is a lever here,
Okay.
let's check the other rooms, those other 3 doors
Okay.
before we like the secret door.
It's a button all the way at the front, actually. I didn't even know.
All right, so
next to the gate.
make your checks, I
Get
guess,
the one here.
whichever order. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Right, doors are like near where these dice are. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Okay.
Which one are you doing?
I'm gonna go in 1.
Okay.
Who's behind door number 1?
Yeah, was that Hattori's room? Because
Uh,
I'm still one. That's where whichever one I know
it
is
was
Hattori's. is where I'm going.
Hattori, Aradeos, and Crateros. Sorry.
I'll do Aradeos.
Okay. So 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ten.
You don't find any switches or any moving torches, sconces, furniture that moves, anything like that.
Yeah. 24 on Hattori's room search.
You don't find any switches or anything like that. 1 second. But you do find. You find a box. It's fairly ornate, like a redwood carved. Right? It doesn't have a lock on it, but it does have a kind of fancy latch that you twist to undo the little hook. Open it up, and you see that there's actually all the pieces you would need for a handle of a sword. The pommel, the handle, the crossguard. They're kind of rough looking, but they look decent.
Yeah, and they each are they like set in their own little spot?
No, they're
Or
just,
they're just
they're
loose in
literally
there.
just loose in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big was the box?
About a foot by 8 inches, 10 inches.
Yeah, of ornate rosewood.
Mm-hmm. Redwood.
Redwood. So I'm gonna stow that, but I'm still looking for no kind of clue as to where they went.
Not here. No.
Okay.
No, you
So I
don't.
come back out. Your
I-
search. Did you?
I didn't find anything. Next rooms?
Through.
Yeah. And I wonder if that.
There's 3.
So, I think that this guy was running towards that secret door, and didn't make it, and it closed. Either in his face. Well, why else would he be running towards it and getting stabbed in the back? Or they closed it before he could reach. And he just got. So it might be on a timer. But let's keep looking for. We got one more room to search.
To the
I'll
other
search it.
room.
All right.
I got advantage. This dragon blood is giving me a second sight.
There you go.
There we go.
So 19.
Okay. You do find that just inside of his door on that same wall, there's a torch that goes, to the side, right? And when you click it, the wall pops out and slides. And you being closest, because
I'm still in the hall.
you can hear like a
Damn. Breezy.
well, I don't want to do it loud enough for the mic to break that. You know what I mean?
So there's an active breeze coming through there.
You want to start whistling?
It's like the wolves all over again.
I'm trying wolf noises. Insert wolf noise. Wolf.
Yeah. Wind.
So there's an active breeze coming through
Yeah.
there. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
it
it's,
opens up
it
the-
doesn't blow your cloak back all heroically.
oh my god, it's a tornado, run!
I mean, you can hear, you know, it's not very loud. You know,
And
but
Core's
you
still
can
inside, right?
tell that air goes through there.
Does it close when I pull the latch? You know the.
No.
It-
When you, it does not.
It doesn't go.
No.
Oh, Core? Do we go in?
Are there facilities here? Well, I'm gonna like look him over. Well, you know, like in his full plate armor, and I'm like, you know, I think we should, while we're here, change your full plate armor. Not put so much of this on and make it half plate armor. You only put on half of this.
Would lighten my load a bit.
I mean, you could definitely. Is anybody proficient in smithing?
No, I'm
Okay.
not proficient for smithing.
You can.
I'm not trying to make new pieces.
You know that there is sets of armor here, but you're not sure if there's any full plate. So you would definitely have there. There's a small armory of scavenged stuff, but it would definitely be mismatched. It wouldn't. You know, you wouldn't get like all matching shit. You know, it'd be dark steel and fucking.
No.
Whatever
He's
the
in full
fuck.
plate.
Yes, I understand.
I want to not, use that set. But like, oh man, so you don't need these pieces on the arms, or these pieces by the legs. You can just wear the gauntlets and the bracers and the breastplate and the shoulders, and you got half plate. We'll take all these other pieces and stow them.
Yes,
Could
I
we do
get-
that?
I get what you're saying, but there's other components to half plate that you would be overlooking by taking full plate and doing that. Because where the full plate's not being used for protection, they would use chainmail or another type of protection.
Yeah.
So by taking those pieces off, you would expose Alistair to more danger.
Right. The armor class will go down to the
But less
half plate.
But less than half plate, because half plate has protection to cover those areas that you are exposing by taking the full plate off.
Like a curious meant for half plate,
Yes.
as opposed to ripping
Yes.
out full plate.
As an example,
Yeah.
right? If you were to take this off, right,
That snake would have bit though.
then
Not me.
naked skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to take half plate and make full, take plates off to make it half plate.
Yeah.
Right? So you'd have naked skin. Where with half plate, you would have chainmail or leather or some other type of protection there, technically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
by what you're doing, you would make it less than half. If you try to not do it with Smith's tools because you're not proficient in what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. That would be the same with like just a breastplate. It would be less than a breastplate. I get it. Or but you could still like wear a breastplate. It wouldn't have all the
Yeah,
accoutrement of the suit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I like the verbiage.
Yes. So I understand what you're
Yeah.
trying to go for.
Yeah.
I'm just denying it because of that. You don't have the proficiency. If you had the proficiency, you would be able to figure that out.
Sham's enough here.
Yes. All right. So when we can do that, we will. How about that?
This
Because
Maybe
know,
if-
you're obviously not strong
Yeah,
enough to carry around all this metal.
it's a bit clunky, yeah. Is there any other armor in the academy?
There is an
Anything we
armory.
can get?
Let's go check it out.
Oh, okay.
You know, I know we've been scavenging stuffs. So let's see what's in there. Maybe these guys haven't found it.
Like fucking goblins.
What were those guys wearing any armor?
Aridaeus wears studded leather. He's a more roguey
Yeah.
type of character personality. The other guys his shit was destroyed. You know, he was stabbed up in the back way too many times.
What about dude who shot himself in the foot? Achilles.
You haven't made it out there. You haven't made it out there to find out if there's what he's wearing.
Yeah.
The armor.
Well, I'm just trying to remember from our fight what he was wearing.
Make a history check.
The bone. Oh my goodness.
He was wearing full fucking plate mail.
Damn it!
You're pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Might have even been magical.
Maybe we can go back and get some sick kicks, man.
How do we miss the magic full plate? Oh, we could just left that on the table? What?
I'm gonna go back and check.
Fucking treasure goblin?
Alright. Now the armory is outside of the building. Remember, this is a fighter's academy, so and not having very many students and or teachers, funding, etc., being so far from the village, it's rough, right? So you have your wall, a couple towers, the building. Outside, there's like a covered area, right, where they do the foraging. Most of the armor and weapons are kept in racks up against the wall. And you do see that there's a set of half plate out there. Like as you walk out, and you come out the door and you go and you look, you're like, yeah, there's the armory over there. You see that there's spears and shit like that in the racks. Some of the racks have been knocked over, you can tell. But you see, like I said, a set of half plate, right? Going with, your thought that, but maybe that guy had magical plate mail. I remember that.
Yeah.
You start heading over, and as you walk over, he's not fucking there.
Motherfucker! Should have roasted the best.
Can I pick up his trail?
You can roll for survival.
You can't certainly try.
Sniff him out.
What are you doing there, Alistair? Are you checking out the armor that's over there?
I was in the half plate.
Okay.
Because that was pretty much our first plan. So.
Yeah, it definitely is workable armor. It looks like it was scavenged from a couple different sets, but you being a fighter, you're like, yeah, this will work. It's in decent
With
condition.
a long sword, the bow, and knife somewhere in there.
It'll take you a
Fucking
few
bow.
minutes to get changed, probably about 15 minutes or so,
Yeah.
without having anybody to help you,
Assistance.
etc. What'd you roll?
19.
19?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you clearly see blood trail leading out. Without following it.
Yeah,
You
I'm not
see
gonna
that it
follow him and run
leads.
back to
Yeah,
Alistair,
you-
and give him the help that he needs. Like,
Cool. Well, I thought you were gonna check out.
he's gone. But I've picked up his trail, so when you're ready, we'll go hunt his ass.
Okay, help me get this on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys spend a few minutes getting changed. Like I said, nothing much happens during that time. Obviously, you're just changing.
We get sniped.
You pick up this trail. You start following it. It leads out and around the tower, and then it starts to circle back around the back side of the academy, but outside of the wall,
Yeah.
right? And then, from there you'll have to make another check. There are droplets of blood. scuff mark, handprint.
Hold
His identification, his passport, his pants. Just a trail, a bunch of crap.
No, just blood. Scuff mark.
Is it getting harder to
the
see?
address. His IP number.
You know,
M30.
let's keep
Well,
following.
I mean, you had a
Social
really
Security.
good bead on that first.
Yeah.
You know, it was fairly obvious.
Something damage.
I am going to continue tracking him. You want to continue tracking him?
Yeah.
I don't think he's doubling back on us. I'm going to look for signs of him doubling back.
It's a bit too dangerous to leave him.
It's
Considering what happened.
Boom! Even better. No, not even better. 24. Still, you know. Really
Last
good.
one was a 19.
Oh, yeah, you're
That
right.
is better.
That's a
Right.
lot fucking better.
Shame all these rolls pretty low.
Yeah. So yeah,
I guess we just
I mean,
absorbed all of your luck.
they're
I never had one.
the
Not
the
here.
trail's not hard to follow. The blood seems to be getting less and less, but you're picking up more
Starts going out.
more signs of him moving in haste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Broken branches, clear boot marks, you know, stuff like that. And it's going northwest.
Do I know what's in that direction? Like, is
You
there
can make a
la-
history check.
landmarks in that direction?
You know that there's nothing. There's nothing nearby over there.
Can I make the history check? For landmarks as well?
Yeah.
Because I just see nothing. Okay. Excuse me.
I'm like, the blood runs off in that direction. You know
19.
what's over there?
19.
Oh, sure, that.
What'd you roll?
Less than that. 10, 13.
No 37.
43.
There's nothing significant in that direction. You both know that that's still considered hunting area. More mountainous and hilly in that direction. You know that if you go far enough in that direction, you'll eventually hit Northport, that's the direction of the next village.
He's no longer hiding and just trying to make haste. That way.
He might be running to escape into Northport. Just to regroup with his own people, find a way out of there.
If he has, then he's made good his escape. Because I'm not going to follow him to Northport.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Not when there's so much happening back at the Fog Fort.
Yeah, we have to meet up with the other two. We've found all we have to.
Well, no, we still have that secret door, the torch lever door, to investigate what's down that way.
Yeah. There was a simple breeze.
Right.
Aired. It's weird considering that it goes into.
Yeah, and if Hattori has escaped that way, he's the last of my friends from the Champions. The people that I came here with the Champions, Larry, Trigiv, Hattori, Erideos.
Crateros.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Then make haste.
You
Let's
know,
go.
I gotta find out what happened to Hattori, if he's still alive. He's, then all my homeboys will be dead. My whole, original party.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
All right.
You
So
know,
you guys,
I gotta find out what happened to him.
you run, back into
We can run full
the
speed.
academy. Get to the door, and it's closed.
Yeah, I go back to the.
Do the lever. It
Yeah.
opens up.
It's a one-way trip. Unless there's a lock on the other side. I'm gonna stay on one side. You investigate the other side. Tell me what's closest. If there's a way to open it from the other side. If not, I'll open it from this side.
We're splitting the split party.
Split again.
We're not gonna
What's the square root of a party?
We're not gonna split. You know, and I don't want to get
Let's
stuck
go,
on
we're
that
gonna go
side
on.
of the, you know, whatever.
Get stuck with the Tory. Yes!
Yeah, right.
Oh, might as well. I'll go in.
Just go on and see.
I'll go in.
All right, you go in.
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
our test.
we wait till it closes.
All right. It closes after about 5 minutes.
Can you hear me on the outside? I was like, Court!
Make a perception check.
My passive is a 16.
You don't hear him.
$18 on the.
You can barely hear him. You're like, oh, I can hear him. But it's, I mean, you're listening through the side of a hill.
Wait, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Presentation, make my voice louder.
You hear him clearly. You're like, I barely hear. And then you hear him clearly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You
Final
hear him.
Country.
Presentation doesn't do that. Small effects. Lighting,
Sensory.
sensors, more
Sparks.
sensory stuff, small stuff.
Keep yourself clean.
Wind.
Light a fire.
Also, you can make your voice carry short distances through
Well,
tiny
I
cracks.
have.
And that'll fuck me up.
How do you
later.
say it?
I
Thermaturgy?
guarantee.
I have thaumaturgy. I could.
Thaumaturgy will make you loud.
I'm like, you know,
Look for a switch!
you know.
You must construct
Additional model.
Sorry. That's the voices.
I feel around for anything around.
I mean, you have dark vision.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
It's you know, it's black and white, gray.
But if you feel around like as in a hitch or
Make
something.
make an investigation or perception.
20.
You don't find anything.
Ah, that sucks. No, it's
How long do you wait? Just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He waits
Minutes
until he
goes
hears,
by.
Well, until I heard him, you know.
You know,
until he hears a pickaxe going
Right.
through.
go through, open the door back up or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
Now, stand.
it's almost a small alcove, maybe 5-6 foot deep, and then it turns to the right a little and goes up fairly sharply in an incline. It's a small tunnel, just head height. You know,
Is
if
it
you're-
worked or natural?
It seems to be part natural, part worked.
Okay.
Like I was saying, it's just over head height. If you're over 6 foot tall, at times you have to
Yeah.
duck.
So I'm ducking.
You know, at times, you know, there's
ducking
higher
too.
spots, you know, where, you know, so both of you, yeah, low spot, you know, and then as it climbs, you can start to see actual light and feel the breeze a bit more, and it stops being worked and becomes more of a natural channel, because you can kind of look up and see clear through the cracks
Easy.
sky, right? And as you come out, you're kind of on the edge of the hills above the academy, right? And you can see down there the academy, and you see a trail that goes to the temple.
Okay, I was gonna say, where's the temple from here? Yeah. You know.
It's like 20 feet away from you. Not literally, but you know, it seems like that. You know,
Right there?
It's very close. You know what I mean? You go
Yeah. So we
you know,
immediately
a
know where I'm
small
at.
trail.
How I am.
Around the hill.
to a degree, but you're not
Above
familiar.
it.
Like you've never
75 feet.
seen this view of it. You're used to looking like if the academy is here, right? Let's rephrase that. If the academy is here and the temple is up a mile on the hill, right? You're kind of like over here, up in the hills. A trail that goes to the academy, where you're used to coming up this way. This is kind of like you kind of come around.
Man, that structure would have been nice before.
So again, it's familiar, but you've never seen this view before. Kind of pretty.
Core, do we move forward?
To the temple. Forward, it looks like, they doubled back to the temple. Do I see any footprints or anything? I'm going to do my survival now to see if I can pick up any tracks
Your
of
survival.
anyone come through. 8 and 4 is 12.
You do find some tracks. They're not booted tracks. But they're definitely footprints. It's starting to get dark, so it's not. They lead straight along the path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking to see if anybody came through lately.
to see how fresh they are.
Yeah, how fresh they are.
It looks like this is definitely within the last, 2 days. Older than newer.
2 days. Okay, so we continue towards the
Okay.
temple.
Oh,
Hold on. No. Wait. No, we continue towards the temple. Go ahead.
are you sure?
Positive.
I don't trust you.
Actually, there's a really cool
Backtracking.
candy store down that mile. Let's head over there, pick up
A lot,
some,
a lot of backtracking.
some sweets,
Right.
and then get back.
So you guys head down the trail.
That's it.
Right? As you get closer and it starts to get darker, you can start to pick up a smell. Definitely a smell of death.
The Reaper's filet mignon.
When you get, I would say, within 20 feet, 30 feet of where the pyre was,
Okay.
you see a body on the ground. But it's dark at this point. Not dark, but twilight dark.
So it's a black
And yeah, there's no heat coming from it. It's definitely a dead body.
Yeah.
Right? You get closer to it, and you could see that it's a definitely one of the Dragon Army soldiers, or the Imperial Army soldiers. Not a Dragonborn, but wearing the
We
same
recognize the outfits.
red and white uniform that they were wearing. You don't see any clear, visible wounds. He's definitely dead. Looking closer to the entrance, like looking towards the entrance, you see another guy there at the entrance, dead.
Man, whoever came through here. Jesus.
This is a good sign.
Oh,
Because Hattori might have made good on his escape.
Yeah, but there's very few bodies. There might be more people up there besides Hattori.
There's always that.
We going cautiously?
Absolutely.
all right. Roll your stealths.
Yeah. No, you're still at disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
For stealth, yeah.
All right, let's see.
I think a regular breastplate would,
Mm-hmm.
give you 12.
14.
Okay. Moving
Lord, it was
into the actual temple grounds, you start to go through familiar hallways. You can see where there were, I mean, the place was always a ruin, but the lore keepers tidied it up a little bit. They had some stacks of books over here. They'd pushed together some ruined furniture to try to, make something sittable, and tables and stuff like that. A lot of it's been knocked over, where there's, clear signs of fighting around the room. Broken glass.
Yeah.
A broken, candelabra, the big ass candlestick.
Yeah.
And then, again, another dead soldier.
Is this into the lore keepers part of the?
This is the temple proper.
Yeah.
They didn't have the whole thing. The temple proper would have been even their area. Maybe one corner would have been used for their personal shit. There's another hallway that leads further back to where the chapel was, and the area there had been, that's as far as it had ever gone.
Yeah.
And there's a body that is right there that leads into that chapel area. You look in there, and over there you see a clear, open passage that had not been there ever before.
This passage has never been here before. We've been to the temple a million times. Never into there though.
Should we follow it?
Hell yeah. My archaeologist just got fucking jacked. He's like, there's a secret tunnel.
We can find some new info in there, actually.
Yeah, man. I'm about it,
Okay.
Take out my notes.
Right. You guys,
Copyright.
when you get to the tunnel, you can see that it, however it was hidden previously, the door swung open, right? But had already been swung open, and when it went to go back, the rockfall and debris had covered it, right? And there was just a bunch of rocks and shit that had blocked that entrance. Since the last time you were here, that has been cleared away. And the door had swung back and then had been opened again and wedged, right? So you can see on the ground where it had been opened a couple times, right? You see the pile of debris there, and then the boulder that had been used to wedge it here. Right?
Okay.
Entering in, it's a fairly nicely preserved tunnel, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, bricks, stone carved bricks. It goes straight, and then stairs that just go down and down and down.
Are there any
Far as fuck. You
Are there
don't
any,
see the bottom of it.
scriptures on the bricks or anything?
There's a lot of webbing kind of on the wall. When you clear it, it's dusty, but there's nothing actually carved into the walls, the bricks.
Well, we've gone this far.
Yeah, absolutely. We continue on, right? Yeah. Down the steps we go.
All right.
Geronimo.
Both of you roll a d20 for me.
19.
20.
Hey!
That's where it went.
Stellar.
Miscellaneous things.
Who knew?
All right, now as soon as you guys start down the steps,
39 goblins.
you feel that familiar, not familiar, that feeling of divinity that you had felt previously here.
First time
You feel it again. Like soothing, everything's gonna be okay. You know you're walking into, it looks like the throat of a giant monster. The way the stairs are just, and it's just dark. But you feel fine. You don't feel like this is a problem for me. Right? You feel at ease, comforted, I
Yeah.
should say. You know, not like everything's gonna be all right, but you can handle what's at the bottom of the steps. It's kind of how you feel. You know what I mean? But there's only really space for one person to go at a time. So who's in the front and who's in the back?
I'll take the lead.
Are you sure?
Cover me with your bow.
It's gonna go into you.
Okay.
We were close.
Is he still laughing?
Yeah.
The echoing.
He has been laughing. You've been able to keep it more in control, so most of it is chuckles and not too many outright laughs. Aside from when, you chopped the dude in half. That elicited a bellow of laughter.
Yes.
No.
That was authentic.
Yep. That's us.
You two.
Yep.
So Zook.
Mm-hmm.
So, where did
I'm gonna
Ellering go?
I'm gonna like pull out my tinker tools, and as I'm running towards the back of the cave, and I'm gonna press digitate fire to start on the pile of wood
Okay.
he had collected, and I'm gonna run until I hit a wall, pretty much.
It's almost immediately.
Yeah.
You're like, he's fucking wall.
Where the fuck? How did that work? How do I get back?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Or is it magical? Before I read this. Okay, gotta make sure. 21.
21. Alright, it's like, you're like, "Argh!" and you see a cave.
Racket, keep protecting him. Stay by the fire. Stay warm.
And you start running.
Yeah.
I fucking ain't running, you bastard!
We should put them in the Olympics, I suppose.
I'm gonna have stellar legs at the end of this
You're
campaign.
burning some calories tonight.
Damn it!
Bro's got Titan legs.
Toned legs. 7 strength.
You three need to go. Okay. So, when you fall, right, when you feel that burning, intense pain, and it turns to joy. Not like, like joy, but like, it's a relief, a comforting, it's good, right? And you feel a rush of energy that it's a clear rush of magical energy that is being given to you. You're going to take a level in Warlock.
That's a great old one.
And it says, you hear that watery, bubbly, the gods have fallen. Many, their powers litter this world. nectar. I want, but I can't. It runs. You find this nectar. Bring it to me. One drop. All of it. I need it. And you kind of wake up to this thing pulling its tentacles out of you. You have advantage on sanity checks. Your veins, you can see all of your veins stick out, right? And there's like a reddish, purplish movement that runs through them that you can see through, right? And even when you're like, oh, that's gross, and close your eyes, you see that because it's on your eyelids. It's everywhere. You now have purplish, reddish veins that don't glow, they don't give off light, but they're clearly visible. You know what I mean? And that's that. And then you'll hear Zook coming up. Do you say anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna break into a laughter.
Okay. Just mad, insane,
Yeah.
crazy laughter. All you hear is like the warbly, like it's joining your laughter, and you see it like retracting all of those veins into the crystal. That heart shape goes away, and it's that crystal heart, and it darkens and fades, and you just see a rock, a solid rock, kind of on the wall, more like jutting out of the wall, you know what I mean? But like 90 feet in the air, a rock, you know what I mean? But that's where its heart was, you know, right? And then Zook comes running up. Yeah, you feel a lot more powerful. Zook, you're running down the tunnel.
Yeah.
And as you're running, you can hear this crazy, maniacal laughter. And it's echoing louder and louder. And you get to the end, into that dome, half-dome cavern, and you see him on his knees, just kind of like, just rocking back, laughing. You don't see anything else. Only thing that's different is the dome, the half dome, far on the wall, high up. There's a big protruding rock, almost like it's the only thing jutting out of the wall, way up there.
Is it just one big rock?
Yeah. But the
Alright.
rest of the cavern is the way it was.
Okay.
And you got crazy there laughing.
Fuck. God, why is it always with you? Crazy, come on. I want to run over to
I
him
need to
and
give
like,
you my helm.
and like,
Oh God, not more.
try to like
Square.
pull him. So he's like,
Hello,
like
sir.
this.
Yes, that is me.
What happened?
Let's take a little walk.
To where?
In the cave.
We're at the end of the cave.
Yes.
What was here?
A lot of things.
Being.
You wouldn't believe me.
You've told me some crazy shit before.
Things are changing, Zook.
That I'm aware of.
How's Stenton?
Oh, I lit a fire for him.
We should check on him.
I feel like I need to check on you first.
In the prime of my life.
Do you want to explain to him what he sees?
Oh yeah. So kind of clasp my hands, and I have these purplish red veins now that are exposed. They don't give off light or anything, but they're clearly all totally visible and pulsating, and they run up my arms.
And his face, his neck, everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's
Everywhere.
all my eyelids.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Anywhere he has a vein.
Anywhere that there's a vein, you see my veins, and they're
Mind if I give you a physical real quick?
I feel great.
Turn to the left and cough.
Go ahead, cough.
I feel fine.
I wanna examine his arms for like puncture wounds.
Okay.
Roll me a medicine?
I mean, he freely gives you his arm, and you take as long as you want.
Observe.
You see no puncture wounds.
You get backhanded by a vein.
So what happened? Well, I'm like,
Had a few laughs. Nice guy.
guy? Who was this guy?
I don't know if he wants you to know. He's a pretty cool guy.
What was this guy?
I could say before. Maybe at some point. It feels a little foggy now. But maybe at some point we were different, but now just this guy was kind of me. Or at least, I'm definitely a little bit of it.
I can see that, but
Let's go check on Stenton.
okay.
I start walking back.
Okay. You guys get back.
I haven't done examining the room.
Oh, okay. 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 You start. I thought you started walking back, so I was just gonna.
Yeah. As
fast
soon as he
forward.
like turns to start walking, I immediately turn around to start examining the room.
Okay. Make a. What are you investigating or?
Yeah, investigating.
Okay.
14.
I mean, it doesn't look any different than when you were last here, aside from the heart monster not being there. Oh, you didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you missed that part.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's not foggy. Well, there was.
It's
You
still
did
cold.
see that there was something in the fog.
The brightness.
The brightness. That's not there. The fog's not there. The jut is there on the wall. About 90 feet up on the far back wall. So, like, when you follow your head, it's like...
Is it still illuminated by that light from in the?
No. But there is illumination in there.
Okay.
But you don't... There's no light source. Just enough to see. Dim light.
Okay, I'll start working with power and back.
Okay. Yeah, it like I said, it's a uneventful trip, so to speak. You know, it gets a little warmer as you guys get closer to the end of the cave. When you get to the end of the cave, you can see the clear difference from stone to wood under the log where Stenton is. So, wait, you've been gone for hours. What
Hours?
What happened? You've both been gone for hours. It's... And he looks... What you see that the fire is small, you know, but there's a nice bed of coals there. Is everything okay, sir? I feel like I'm going to sleep now, but I want to make sure that you're good before I fall asleep.
You can rest, Stanton.
Okay.
That was fast.
I mean, you have a whole 30-year life.
I'll throw in some more kindling if there's any left.
There's a little pile.
I'll throw the rest in
Okay.
because the fire's dying.
Okay. And when you left, the pile was big. All right. We're gonna end that for right now. There. Just give me just a moment there. You guys, you know, as you
Descend the
are
stairs.
descending the stairs, the comforting feeling, the feeling of the divinity that you've been feeling, it kind of grows stronger, but you feel as if there's something pushing against it. It's almost like you're walking with a torch through darkness, right? You can feel the darkness giving way to the light as you go, but it's not dark. You don't have torches. You use your dark vision, can see just fine. It's, you know, but yeah, you feel that encroaching, you know, like it wants to burst your bubble.
Yeah.
You know, like it's trying
Okay.
to burst your bubble. And you guys are deep now. Deep. I mean, you feel like you've been stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping, and finally you get to the bottom. And there at the bottom is a dead body. It's one of the dragon soldiers. Clearly, his head has been turned from front to back. He's dead.
Clearly, his head's been turned from front to back.
The landing
Yes, yes, it definitely is turned around.
Well,
you know, you've been descending down steps, stone walls, stone ceiling, right? You get to the landing, and there's a drop off on the other, like, body's there. There's 5 more feet of dirt, and then a drop. But to the left, there's a little hall, right? Little
Okay.
ledge along that drop. And you can
Is that the ledge like open up to the?
Yes, the ledge is opened to the drop.
Okay.
Right. It goes 10 feet and then cuts to the right 5 feet and stops over the drop. Right. The darkness continues. Right, in both directions, down and up. And after that 5 feet, you can see that there is squares of light. You don't see ground. You see like almost like a light is shining down, and it's illuminating the air that's even there. You know, even with the platform, that 5 foot jut. Right? And
Yeah.
when you follow, there's 3 lights. 1, 2, 3. When you follow that, you see that there's a door. And it has the same symbol, circle, right? 2 crossed swords that you wear as a holy symbol. And it's closed. Can't really tell what it's made out of. It's clearly metal.
So let me make sure I got this picture in my head. We come to the end, to the cliff, take the ledge to the 5 foot jut area, and then that's where the pillars, the 3 light things are, and then the door on the other side.
You feel that it's a drop. You see that it's a drop.
Yeah.
But it's dark. It's darkness. It's darkness. Darkness. Except for the wall that you're leaning up against, obviously. Which you can still see the wall continuing down. So it's not. It doesn't feel like extra dimensional. It just feels like a big, deep ass.
Yeah,
fucking
cavernous.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big hole.
Big ass hole. What do you do? What do you do? You walked out to the 5-foot gap, or protrusion, or whatever.
Yeah, to look at the
I'll
pillars
follow
of
you.
lights.
Okay, so you're 5 foot behind him, kind of. Behind him.
Give him a space so he doesn't drop.
Well, I pull out my, the amulet that I found, and I'm like, look at my, what I've been using to channel the power of the Lord of War. It's the same as the door. And these 3 pillars of light.
Now, when you say Lord of War,
Yeah.
the whole fucking shit rumbles. Rocks fall, dust falls.
I want to do it again. Except this time I'm gonna use the
Thaumaturgy.
yes, thaumaturgy, and actually like call out, to the Lord of War. Hear my prayer. Show me the,
Don't
show
give
me the way.
Tell me exactly what you say after you say, I call out
Well,
and say.
hold on. Tell me exactly what you say when you say something witty.
Well, this specific thing matters.
All right. So then, before I do that, I'm gonna look around for clues. Maybe like a prayer or a rubbing. From prayers from my rubbing. Something that might give me a clue on what to say.
Make an investigation check. I'll even allow you to roll your proficiency using the religion aspect of it, or
I still don't have.
not your
Absolutely.
religion, your archaeology,
Can I?
because you're looking for some kind of rubbing or clue or some shit to say.
Jay, can I make a check to see if there's anything of the Lord of War, of his religion, that would matter in this case?
Yeah, definitely. Please do. Definitely.
I
Roll
got
that
an 18.
religion.
Oh, one. Nice.
That one. 3 total. It's funny because that's the same one that gave me the 20.
What? Did you roll 18?
18.
You can't tell exactly what it says, but there's definitely elven writing on that door. That's at least 45 feet away from you. You're like, Lord of War? Definitely
No,
the right name to call out in this place. I mean, shit. That's a symbol.
Oh man. Does not like it when it matters.
Never does. So,
I'm going to try to.
what do you say?
Oh, the.
What are you
Hold
gonna
on.
do?
Did I
You-
get any clue from that 18? I don't remember
You
what
can see
what
that
happened.
you see that the clue that you need is on that damn door that is 45 feet away from you.
Okay.
Like you're like, I wish I was close enough to read it. You know what I mean? That's what the 18 tells you.
Gotcha.
So you holler out, because you were looking for like clues to your prayer. You know, what can I say? What can I say? Is there something I could say? And you figure whatever you could say would be on that door. So now, what do you do and or say? And what are you doing? You see him kind of looking around, like staring intently at the door.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, and the lights, you know, looking for, you know, trying to contemplate a way
You know,
to get over there.
He's looking ahead intently.
There are steps in front of us, right? Made it like light steps, basically.
I mean, like 15, 30, yeah. So every 15 feet, there's that. It's imagine if you took a light and shined it in darkness, but then you didn't have the light source there, but the light still shone, right? And that light source stopped on nothing. That was the same plane that you were standing on. Understand?
Like it gets cut off. Like if there was something there.
That's
But
what your
there's-
mind is telling you.
Am I that stupid? Nah, sadly not.
Exactly not.
I want ransom. There's a sense of self-preservation. That sounds like that we messed up.
Why don't you make a wisdom check?
Oh, let's go. I will actually. Of course, that gets 15.
So do what you're thinking.
How far is it?
The first light is 15 feet out.
Can I try to jump to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make an athletics check or strength check.
You make an acrobatics check.
Or an acrobatics check. And we've determined that it's what your strength plus your
It's on there somewhere.
yeah, it's right there. 10 feet plus 10 plus feet. Wait, move 10 plus feet, jump a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. Oh, long jump. Feet up to your strength score. Yeah. So you can jump up to
11 feet.
Ooh.
okay. So what'd you roll?
22.
Okay, yeah, you fucking run. Past core and jump. You see him jump into the darkness. And land in darkness. And do you keep walking to the light?
Yeah.
And stand under the light. In midair.
I walk out there.
Okay, you just walk out there. Do you holler anything out? You were going to. Do you holler anything out?
No, when I see him run and jump and land, boom, in the darkness, and then walk into the light, you know, I'm just kind of like, you know, and I walk out there,
I feel like those lessons.
you know, and then, you know, to the door.
Okay.
Man, you know,
You get to the door.
Yeah.
All right, but do you go with him?
Yeah,
Like, and it's
Big for sure.
make a sanity check first as you get next to him, because you are both walking on fucking nothing.
Natural 20.
Nice.
let's see, that is a 14.
The most
Okay.
sane character.
It's terrifying.
Still
You
haven't had to roll.
the only thing in real life
Coming
that you
tonight.
could equate it to would be like walking on glass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
Realistically.
I was kind of figuring.
You know,
yeah.
but
Personality trait is sweet.
you're not.
But glass with no rails, no
Yeah,
nothing.
You don't know how wide it is,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
long it is. It's just you feel that that's a far drop below you. You know. Again, you get to the doors. You're both at the doors. Right? And you can see that they're made out of gold once you get up to them. You know, and they're carved, as I had mentioned, and there's script
Yeah, what
carved
is it?
into it.
What language is it? Can I read the script?
No.
What language do you say with him?
Neuraxian?
Well, I do speak that. I speak Nerix.
Bong.
Like that's some shit.
See, you also chose a regional language.
So what does it say?
It says, with faith you've made it this far. Or, with faith you've made it to my threshold. Speak my name to open the door.
Like, really? That's cool. I make a rubbing of it.
It's bigger than you can rub. It's a door, dude. It's you know.
It's not like a panel.
It's a double door.
It's
You
a
know, that's-
literal. It's the entire
you know.
door.
10,
Grandiose.
15 feet tall. You know, double doors with
Yeah.
symbols. You know, grand door that you could see from
Or I make a-
45 feet that it's got writing on it. You know, it's a big door. You can do partial rubbings, but you won't be able to get the full thing.
Can I make a sketch of it?
Yeah, you can try to draw it. Sure. Make. What did we do before? We did the
We did.
history check because you have calligraphy or something like that. Or no, we just did a history
No,
check.
we just did history.
Yeah, just because you can do that. Anybody can do that. Draw it up.
No. That's a 4.
I mean, it's just too dark. Granted, there is a light above you. When you have a paper out, it doesn't
I am going to
illuminate said paper enough.
cast the light spell. Oh no, that's cantrip. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cast continual light.
What?
It was first level spell.
Light.
No.
So it's like the light messing with our night vision.
Yeah, but light is continuous.
Is it like trying to see something half and half?
No, it's more like it's just now providing dim light. You know, that's how you were able to see that it was a golden door.
Long time.
I asked Cora. Cora, what is the true name of the Lord of War?
I don't know.
Make a dexterity check, both of you.
Cool. 14.
14 also.
Okay. You both fall not prone, but like to where you gotta catch yourself from, like you kneel to catch yourself. You know what I mean? To catch your balance.
As the ground is shaking.
As the whatever the fuck you're standing on, as the everything is shaking. And Neuraxian, Common, Elven, Dwarven, any language you speak, you hear blasphemous names, and it is just
I hear blasphemous names in Gnomish.
not to be spoken within these grounds. Rumbles.
Would I have any idea of his name?
Sorry?
Would I have any idea of his name?
You can make a religion check. I mean, you have religion.
Yeah,
This
sure.
would
Well,
just show
20.
you what you studied,
got
I guess. You may know.
5. It's a 9. 13. For a history buff, he's
You would know that
I have history, not religion, though. Not
history and religion. I'm stuck.
you would know who it's not. You know that it's not Corellian.
by the symbolisms. I've never even. I can't believe we've never would have talked about this.
Yeah, religion. I'm sticking in my cave, okay?
Hey. Sorry, looking up elven gods. But yeah, you the name's not coming to you. It's you feel like it's right there, but you just can't spit it out.
What do you know of this?
No, it's not.
What is it not?
It's not Corellian.
Say what?
You list like 3 or 4 other names. Sorry, I don't have a list of the gods in front of me at all times. Sorry, guys.
I'm not saying that out loud, just in case of the fucking
No. But yeah, he
freaking Jesus wall over there.
basically tells you that he doesn't know who it is. It's right there. You feel like
Yeah. Well, I tell him, I base my name Core off of this rubbing I found where it says listed, this elven god's name here, Core, C-O-R-E. Now, is that how do you spell Corellian? It begins with C-O-R-E.
I spell it for him.
Spell it out. Spell it out. Two letters.
Sadly, I'm not an English major. I'm a history major.
Okay, so
Right, but I got these rubbings from a different temple than I found this, my holy symbol, this amulet, which has that symbol on the door.
he's showing you all this, trying
Yeah.
to explain blah 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 blah. Make a religion check.
I give you guidance. Let the Lord of War. Oh my god.
Deck saves.
I was going to,
Your spell slot is wasted. You do not have guidance.
oh, woo. That's okay. That was a
Cantrip.
8.
Jesus
Christ. When it's important, it doesn't do anything. Right. I did.
The name Labelus.
Nice.
The name Labelus Inarith. L-A-B. L-A-B. E-L-A-S.
E-L-A-S?
E-L-A-S. Next word, Inoreth, E-N-O-R-E-T-H. Was the elven god of knowledge, who had a vast temple, who would probably know if you guys could find that temple. So as you're thinking, you're like, damn, I can't figure it out, but I do know that the god of knowledge was this god, who I hadn't thought of in years for any reason, because it didn't come to me. But if you know that if you could find that temple, you could, you feel like, yeah, probably get more information there. There was one in your old homeland.
Oh, man. Core, I don't know this god's name, but there is a god that might have had information in their temple for it. And I show him the name instead. Because I ain't saying shit out loud here. Fucking CCTV.
I read it out loud. Labeless.
Nothing
Party's
happens.
trying to get us killed.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
I suppose it's not blasphemous.
They were actually homies, son.
Speak my name and enter.
Maybe if we go to Levelus temple, he might
Do you know the way?
do anything.
Currently?
Well, I know there is a temple of such in my hometown to the south.
Homeland. Yeah.
Homeland to the south. We might.
Didn't Elrond want to go to the south? The sorcerer to the south?
Yes. The seer. I don't know. I don't remember the full name. What was it? Do you think we should
Yeah.
double back now?
Yeah. Let's double back to the Fog Fort, and then we'll see if we can find your lands to the south to get the clue to opening this door. Let's do that.
Okay. Let's go.
So we pack it up here.
All right. You guys start heading back up.
I make the rubbings. I'm like, hold on, we're not going just yet.
Now remember, you're not going to be able to get the full complete.
I'm gonna get as much as I can. You know, what I
Holds
mean?
him by his
And then-
shirt. He's like,
Well, I definitely want the
leaning off
symbol.
the side.
Roll a d4 minus 1, right? And it can only be 1 if you
Roll a 1.
Yeah.
No less than 1.
Alright.
3.
So 2.
Minus 1 is 2. Yeah.
So you get half. You get the bottom half.
300 bones.
The bottom half of both doors.
Okay.
So you got basically the bottom half of the symbol in "Speak my name."
In whatever language that is.
Yeah. What's my name, bitch?
I'm Pickle Rick! Where's my rubbings?
Pickle Rick, bitch. Pickle Rick.
we've actually watched that before.
Bottom half.
Was the door rumbling the copyright strike?
You're right.
I think it's got to be, a certain time frame or something for a strike. I think quips and, I don't think are copyrighted like that.
You say that.
The Lord of Wars, the Lord of
Lawyer will be
Copyright.
all over this video.
The Lord of Copyright strike.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Our Lord and Savior, YouTube.
All right, so
Giant door.
I think that we're gonna have to basically back call it because there's been some
No, this
Happenings.
is Crestview.
some happenings for sure.
Few pickles. Up and down.
So yeah,
We'll see you next time.
definitely. Thank you, fellow dragons, for sticking through us with this crazy episode here. Enjoy.
Very good time.